The Spaceport Visitors experience begins at the Interim Visitor Center, the former Belle Senior Center, where visitors are greeted with tour guides in blue spacesuits and taken by bus to see the Gateway Gallery exhibit and the grounds of Spaceport America with a replica of the Virgin Galactic Spaceship. Christine Anderson, executive director of Spaceport America, says they are expecting about 12,000 visitors the first year, with the numbers increasing as activity increases at the spaceport.
It will pick up when the space activities pick up. So, for example, when Virgin Galactic flies that year, I expect a huge uptick in tourists coming to Spaceport America. And as their ops tempo gets more and more, like every week, and tourists will know, gee, I can almost guarantee I'm going to see a flight of Virgin Galactic, then, of course, the tourism will pick up. And hopefully we'll have other tenants like Virgin.
Spaceport America's official tour operator, Follow the Sun Tours, is leasing the LaBelle Johnson Center from the City of Truth or Consequences for $900 a month. Some people in the city are upset the public building is being leased to a private company for a commercial use. In an effort to preserve the senior center, citizens initiated a petition for an ordinance. Ron Fenn is a member of the ad hoc Citizens Committee that created the Citizens Ordinance. He says he doesn't want to see a public building used, especially when Spaceport America hasn't proven their tourism potential.
The history of what's been going on for the past 4 or 5 years is that we've been getting very few tourists. They average about 1,200 a year. This is not a very large group. And I believe that the reason that they chose our recreation building is because the city is using our money to support this operation. We're paying for the utilities, we're paying maintenance, we're paying supposedly half the cost of the renovation, which we could have used the renovation when it was a recreation center.
Truth or Consequences City Manager Juan Fuentes said the $900 rent is market value for the property and will be used to pay for the maintenance and utilities, and that very minor renovations were completed on the building. The commission voted 5-0 not to approve the Citizens Ordinance in favor of keeping the interim Spaceport Visitor Center. Mayor Pro Tem Steve Green says it will help to increase economic development while the spaceport is trying to get funding to build the permanent visitor center.
Given all those opportunities and with the timeline ticking, we felt it was in the best interest of this community to do what we did. It is that some people view it as a takeaway. We don't view it as a takeaway. We view it as just giving people another building to do the same activities that they have done at the LaBelle Johnson.
Business owners are also in favor of the visitor center because of the potential to increase economic development downtown. All of the activities at the senior center were moved to the Civic Center, and transportation is being provided from one building to the other. Ariel Doherty with the Ad Hoc Citizens Committee says there are empty storefronts downtown and a public building shouldn't be used for a commercial business.
We don't dispute that the visitor center should be downtown. There are, 5, 6, 7, 8 other buildings that it could be in. So why not move it there instead of displacing the 4,500 people that they are doing? So we don't dispute that. That's the problem with some of the opponent argument. They all say, it should be downtown. We're not disputing that. There are other locations. Why this building?
Because the Citizens Ordinance was voted down, a special election needs to be held for the public to decide. Over 250 people signed the petition to bring the ordinance to the commission. The election is now scheduled for Tuesday, September 22nd at the Truth or Consequences City Commission Chambers. For KRWG, I'm Samantha Sonner.